us about the idea behind it.
The idea came through John and I having a discussion about how to do what is actually an incredibly demanding piece of work. It's very difficult to have a touring set with essentially four sets, and so we thought we would look at the idea of 2 dimensions. So essentially we come up with something that is based on 2 dimensions. We carry that through into the costumes. So to begin with, we've got 2 trucks that actually are a little more than 2-dimensional, but they are the only 2. So these are 2 balconies. This one later forms the back of this bed, which is a truck. So those would close, and that's the back of the bed.
And the truck means something that goes around on wheels?
Yeah, the truck does this. These things will be moving around like this, because there are characters behind them talking. So it's like watching a scene from different angles. So in addition to that, we have a scene that takes place... oh, that's an exterior. So that's an exterior. That's, at this point, this is sort of... has to be there, unfortunately, but it's kind of no man's land. This is like looking across a square from one balcony to another. And then we move into the bedroom, and this becomes a bed. This becomes the door to the bedroom. And after that scene, we pull across another cloth. And this is done by 2 sprites. And we will, and the story then involves 6 balconies, and we're going to experiment. In fact, on Friday we're going to experiment with the idea of doing sort of back projected silhouettes. So we see some balconies, a little bit like this, and we see 5 hats from 5 different countries being thrown through them. The idea being that the newly married wife is so busy on her wedding night seeing
5 lovers.
5 lovers from different countries. So, you know, you'd get a fez and a cowboy hat and a turban, who knows. But and then also meanwhile, this will when this is next struck, we will have 4 other little trucks that form, oh no, that stays there actually, that form a dining table. There are some venues, or at least one venue that we know of, where the table might just be like that. But the ideal is that we get 4, and we play. So we play the dining room against behind this, and the final scene takes place in a garden. I'm not quite sure what happens to these, so I'm going to pretend they don't exist. We have 4 other trucks, and these are all described by Lorca, who says that the garden has got a bench, so we'll use this. It has 2 cypress trees.
And the cypress trees are to do with death, aren't they? I think
Yeah.
he uses them quite often in scenes of
there is
death.
1 rose tree, 1 rose bush, and there are 2 orange bushes, 2 citrus bushes. So again, these will move around. I don't know, these will be in rehearsal so they can experiment with, but they move around easily. This is a dance floor. Well, I say they move around easily, that is the plan. And also they're all black on the back. So essentially, with luck, they'll be playing in black spaces, and when we don't need them, they'll disappear. this two-dimensional thing is carried through into the costume, which are also all two-dimensional and black on the back. That probably sounds impossible, but we've just done some fittings and it so happens it's not impossible. That's the end.